Good evening, everyone. This is Robert RJL 518 welcoming you to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1976 postseason is on the air. Tonight is Game 1 of the 1976 National League Wild Card Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Houston Astros. We are at the eighth wonder of the world, the Astrodome, where Steeler fan will be providing the dome foam tonight to all the great fans here in the world of the Astros. The Los Angeles Dodgers come into this game 1 win and no losses. They went ahead and beat the Pirates in their wild card playoff game. So pretty much in both wild card games, the visiting team won. The Dodgers have a pretty potent lineup and a good pitching staff. Tonight, the 1976 Astros try to repeat as champions for the 1985 as they now begin their defense of the 1985 Astros, who won my RJL 518-85 replay about several months ago. Can the Astros do it again? Let's see how it goes tonight. Steeler fan and Philip Reynolds join us here at the Astrodome. Big game tonight, and we got a heck of a pitcher's duel as far as a pitcher's matchup here. I can't wait to get this one started. So let's get right to it. Starting pitcher for the Houston Astros will be J.R. Richard. 20 wins, 15 losses, a 2.75 ERA. He gets the call tonight for the Astros. He is the ace, and he will be the number one starter for the Astros throughout the postseason. Ready to go to the top of the first. Let's get things started for the Los Angeles Dodgers, who came off a big win over the Pirates. Here we go. Leading off for the Dodgers will be second baseman Davey Lopes. Lopes is 1 for 4 for the postseason. All set and ready to go. Richard gets set. The fans here at the Astrodome know everything is big. Brian Patterson joins us here at the Astrodome. We are all set and ready. Let's get the National League Wild Card Series underway. And we start, of course, we are using orange, blue, and white for the Astros. The orange die will be red first, 5-1. Strikeout 10, no. Astrodome subtracts 1 from strikeouts, but adds 4 to walks. So we could see a lot of bases on balls tonight. So no strikeout. Lopes will swing the bat, 1-1, and that's a fly out to right. Lopes is gone, out number 1. Next batter will be the left fielder, Bill Buckner. Buckner is 1 for 4 for the postseason. My Basement Media Productions joins us here at the Astrodome as he's still basking in Cleveland's win last night. Richard with the pitch. 2-6, that's blank. Buckner swings the bat. 6-1, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. That's picked up by Metzger. He'll toss it over to first for out number 2. Next up for the Dodgers will be right fielder Reggie Smith. 253 average, 18 homers, 49 RBI. Smith is 1 for 4 for the postseason. Richard will go ahead and make the pitch. 3-1, strikeout 9, got him, struck him out. Strikeout number 1 for Richard, and the Dodgers go 1-2-3. Richard had 214 Ks in 76. The last time we had J.R. Richard play, I think he had a grand slam. Will he do that tonight? Bottom of the first inning, starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Their number 2 starter, and that will be Don Sutton. 21 wins, 10 losses, a 3.06 ERA. Sutton will go up against Richard tonight, and I'm expecting a good pitching matchup. Bottom of the first, leading off for the Astros, right fielder Greg Gross, 286 average, no homers, 27 RBIs in 76. Sutton will go ahead and make the pitch. And that's a 6-4. That is a home run chance. Gross a lefty, a 1, and he actually got the 1. Holy cow. However, Gross has zeros, and the Astrodome has a -1 to home run. So even though he actually got the 1, he still can't hit the homer. Gross will swing the bat, though, 5-2, and he's going to hit a ball to center field. That is a 3. He'll settle for a single instead against the righty. So Gross doesn't get the homer, but he does get a leadoff single. He will trot to first. Next batter will be third baseman Enos Cabell. 273 average, 2 homers, 43 RBIs, and 76. Infield at double play depth. See if Gross doing anything, which I doubt. That is a 12, and no. Sutton will go ahead and make the pitch. And that's a 5-2. Strikeout 9. No, the Astrodome saves Cabell. Cabell will swing 4-5. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Let's see if they turn a double play. 2-0-3. Second base is Lopes. He has a 0 arm. 1-3. And no, Gross will make it to second on a 6. And the only play was to get Cabell at first. And there is out number 1. Next up will be center fielder Cesar Cedeno, 297 average, 18 homers, 83 RBIs. He gets the call for the Astros here in center field. The infield will move back to normal depth. 7, nothing happening with Gross on second base. Sutton will make the pitch. 1-1. That's a range play. Cedeno swings 3-3. That's a fly ball to left field. That is hit to Buckner. Buckner's range is a 5, and he's got it. He'll make the catch for out number 2, and Gross will stay at second. He will not even attempt to try to go to third, as his base running rating is 2, but a fly ball to left field is a -3, so I'll automatically keep Gross at second base on that. Nice play by Buckner for the second out. And next up will be first baseman Bob Watson, credited with the 1 millionth run in baseball history. 313 average, 16 homers, 102 RBIs for Watson. Gross on its second. Sutton will go ahead and will go ahead first and roll a strat, see if anything happening. The 3 is a no. Sutton now will pitch to Watson. And that's a 1-1 again with the range play. Watson swings the bat. 5-3. That is a ball hit to right field. That is a double. The ball is hit to right fielder Reggie Smith. Smith has a range of 5. A 5 or lower, he takes a double away from Bob Watson. And yes, he does easily on a 1. And that will retire the side. Watson goes ahead and gets a good smack at it, but he cannot bring it in as Reggie Smith makes a great play in right field to take away a double from Bob Watson. No score after 1, no runs and a hit for the Astros. Keith White joins us here at the Astrodome. We go to the top of the second inning. Leading off will be first baseman Steve Garvey. Garvey is 1 for 4 for the postseason. Richard will go ahead and make the pitch. That's a 3-4 against the righty. Strikeout 9, no. Garvey, 3-2, and that's a ground ball to short. That'll get taken care of by Metzger. Throws to first, out number 1. Third baseman Ron Cey is up next, the Penguin. Ron Cey is 1 for 3 for the postseason so far. Remember, the Dodgers have a game under their belt. This is the first game for the Astros. Richard with the pitch, 4-3. That's a range play. Cey will swing, 1-1. That's a base hit to right field, but that's a range play for Greg Gross. Gross's range is a 4. No, he won't get it. That's just going to be out of his reach, and Cey will get the single. A base hit for Cey. He goes to first. G. Puck joins us here at the Astrodome. Looking for some dome foam. I'm sure Steeler fan will supply all the dome foam that is needed for his fans here. Next batter will be the shortstop, Bill Russell. Russell for the postseason so far is 1 for 4. Say on it first. Infield is at double play depth. Anything happening? That is a 6. No. Richard will go ahead and make the deal. 4-3. That's a range play again. Russell, 5-6. That's a ground ball to third, and that ball is hit to Cabell. Cabell's range is a 4, but with the infield to double play depth, it's a 3. Yes, he will make the play. Will they make the double play? 2-0. 3. Short. Second base, Andrews is a 0. A 1-3, they turn it. Yes, they will. Third base to second base to first base. Double play, inning over. A nice play out there by Enos Cabell to end the inning for the Dodgers. No runs, a hit. And that's all the Dodgers get here in the top of the second. We now go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Astros will be Jose Cruz. Cruz is in left field. I put him in left field for this tournament for the playoffs. 303 average, 4 homers, 61 RBIs, and 76. Richard will go ahead and make the pitch. Not Richard, I'm sorry, make that Sutton. Sutton will pitch 5-6 against the lefty. That's an automatic out, and that's going to be a ground out to second. Sutton gets the job done. That's out number 1. Next up will be the catcher, Cliff Johnson. Johnson, 226 average, 10 homers, 49 RBIs. I was thinking of platooning Johnson and Herman, and actually Ed Herman, Cliff Johnson and Ed Herman will be platooning the catcher spot. Johnson actually does better against righties, even though he's a right-handed batter. Ed Herman actually does a better job against lefties, and he is a left-handed batter. So Cliff Johnson gets the call at catcher tonight. Sutton, 6-5. That's an error on a grounder. Johnson, 2-2, and against a right-hander, that's not going to be an error. It's going to be a slow rolling grounder to short, possible infield single. Johnson heading for first. That's picked up by Russell. Johnson has a base running rating of 1. That's the only way he'll be safe at first. And yes, he does. Wow. He must have chugged and puffed and got all the way down there. Johnson beats the throw. It's an infield single. Must have been too slow a rolling grounder for Bill Russell to make a play. And Johnson is safe at first. Astros Reefer joins us here at the Astrodome. So runner on first. That will bring up second baseman Rob Andrews. 256 average, no homers, 23 RBIs. Infield is at double play depth. I'm not expecting anything on the strategy roll, and nothing's happening. Sutton will go ahead and make the pitch. And that's a 1-3 against a righty. Strikeout plus. That 8 will get Andrews. Struck him out. First strikeout for Sutton. Sutton had 161 of them in 76. 2 men down. Here's the shortstop, Roger Metzger. 210 average, no homers, 29 RBIs. He gets the call at short. Anything happening on the bases? I don't think so. And no, Johnson stays put. Sutton will go ahead and make the pitch. And that is a 5-5. That's a blank. Metzger swings the bat, 6-3. And that is a ball hit to right field. That is a 1 against a righty. That's going to be a single for Metzger as he smacks it to right. Johnson's base running rating is a 2 with 2 outs. And the ball is hit to right field, so +2 to get to third is a 4. Right fielder for the Dodgers is Smith, -1. So a 1-3, Johnson will make third. No, it's a 6. He could be out. There's a -1, a 1-4. As Reggie Smith has a -1 arm, a 1-4. There's going to be an out. And no, Johnson holds it second on a 5. A big throw, a big time throw by Reggie Smith gets in the infield. Johnson thought about going to third, but he holds. He respects the arm. Johnson stays at second. There will not be an out. But 2 outs, and that does allow one more batter, and the batter will be the pitcher, J.R. Richard. The last time I had Richard in a ball game, J.R. belted a grand slam home run. Very capable of hitting it. He had 2 home runs in 76. Batted only 140. So 2 outs. Runners at first and second now. That is a 20. Sutton turns around, fires to second to get Johnson. Got him! Picked him off. He is out of there. A 2 is up there and gets him on a 2 or a 3. Johnson turns around and Sutton turns around and gets Johnson off the bag, and that will end the inning. Oh, Cliff Johnson picked off. No runs, 2 hits. Richard a chance to maybe bring somebody in, but he's going to have to wait till the next inning as Cliff Johnson gets picked off at second by Sutton. Sutton is in the Hall of Fame for a reason. No runs, 2 hits. At the end of 2, no score. BB joins us here at the Astrodome for Game 1 of this National League Wild Card Series. Top of the third, leading off for the Dodgers will be center fielder Dusty Baker. 242 average, 4 homers, 39 RBIs. Baker right platoon with Lee Lacy in center against right-handed pitching. Richard will go ahead and make the pitch to Baker. 1-2, strikeout, 18, no. Baker swings the bat. 1-5, base hit right past the second baseman. The Dodgers have a leadoff man on first. Baker goes ahead and gets the leadoff single for the boys in blue. That brings up the catcher, Steve Yeager, 214 average, 11 homers, 35 RBIs. Al Red Sox fan, king of the hill, is at the Astrodome. If anybody doesn't know about Al Red Sox fan, I'd like to ask you what parallel universe you have been living in. Check out that awesome, spectacular, unbelievable, incredible, fantastical channel. Our Red Sox fan is a jack of all trades and a master of all trades, I should say. And watching him was the main reason why I decided to get into this crazy gig. Baker on it first. Let's see if anything happening. 15 says a no. JR will go ahead and make the pitch. 5-6. That's a walk. That 18 is not going to be high enough. Yeager is not going to be low enough, I should say. 2-2, that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Let's see if they turn the double play. 2-0, and they are in double play automatically. 2-0-3, and the, see here, grounder to what? Grounder to second. Let's see, grounder to second, shortstop, Metzger -1. So a 1-2, they'll turn the double play. Yes, they got it. What a play. Second base to shortstop, back to first, 2 outs. And so far, defenses are doing the job early. 4-6-3 double play. That'll bring up the pitcher, Don Sutton. 083 average that year as a hitter. 2 outs now, top of the third. Richard with the pitch. 5-3 against a righty, strikeout plus, and that's going to be easily set Sutton down because that makes him a 26. He's a dead duck, and the inning is over. That is the second strikeout for Richard. So no runs and a hit for the Dodgers. And we go to the bottom of the third, tied at 0. Who's going to be first to break through? I was asking that question last night in the Red Sox-Indians game. Bottom of the third inning, once again, J.R. Richard will come up to bat. And as I said, Richard hit a grand slam the last time I had him hitting for the Astros in a game near the end of the season. Sutton will make the pitch. 5-4, strikeout. Yep, he got him, struck him out. And that is strikeout number 2 for Sutton. Bob's Tabletop Sports joins us here at the Astrodome. Out number 1, and here is Gross. Gross is 1 for 1, singled his first time up. Sutton, 5-1. That's a range play at the park. Astrodome says 2-1. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. That's Russell. Russell's range is a 3. He's got it. Nice play by Russell. Stabs it. He throws to first for the second out. So far, a good amount of range plays are being done. 2 outs, and here is Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 1. Sutton on, ready to go, looking at Cabell. Here comes the pitch. That's a 3-3. That's at the park. Astrodome says 1-1. That's going to be a ground out to third, and that'll be picked up by Say. Pumps once and throws to first, and side retired. A nice job by Don Sutton, and a 1-2-3 inning. Go the Astros. And so far, I am not disappointed in the pitching matchup I got tonight. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Leading off for the Dodgers will be Lopes. Lopes is 0 for 1. Share some of that dome foam, and you might better share that dome foam, Steeler fan. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep that dome foam to yourself. Richard will pitch to Lopes, and that's going to be a 3-3 against the righty. Strikeout plus. Is that going to get him? Yes, it will. 18 minus 1 is 17. He will get him. Struck him out. Lopes didn't strike out much, but he will there. Strikeout number 3 for Richard. And that's the first out. Up next will be Billy Buckner, and he's 0 for 1. As Steeler fan sets up all the dome foam. Richard will go ahead and deal. 1-5. That's an automatic out, and it will be a ground out to second. 2 away. And now Reggie Smith. Smith is 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. So far, Richard seems to be on his game. 5-6. That's a walk. That 10 will walk him. Yes, Smith against the righty's a 7, but plus 4 from the Astrodome makes him 11. It'll be a 2-out base on balls. So Smith will trot down to first. And now can Garvey move Smith over there? Last night's game between the Red Sox and the Indians went a few innings before anybody scored. Garvey is 0 for 1. Smith not really a stealing threat. That 15 keeps him where he's at. Richard will go ahead and make the deal. And that is a 4-6. That's at the park. Astrodome says 1-3, and that's just a lazy fly ball to center field. That'll be taken care of by Cedeno, and the inning is over. So nothing across except a walk for the Dodgers. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, still no score. As I said, I'm getting the kind of game I expected early. Cesar Cedeno leads off for the Stros here on the bottom of the 4th inning, and he is 0 for 1. Sutton will go ahead and make his deal. That's a 4-5. That's a pitcher result. Cedeno, a righty, a 1-5 will be an automatic out. The 16 is too high. Cedeno, 4-2, and he'll just go ahead and fly out to right anyway, and that's the first out. The Astrodome does not give up many hits or home runs. Here's Watson, missed a double his last time up on a range play, on a successful range play. Watson is 0 for 1. Sutton will go ahead and deal. 5-1, range play at the park again. Watson, 5-6, And that's going to be a base hit with a possible double, but that ball is hit to right field. Again, Reggie Smith is getting called to take a play away from Watson. His range is a 5. Not this time. That's going to drop for a single. Watson will turn around first. He has to try for second. Reggie Smith has a -1 arm. Watson's a 2. -1 is a 1. The only way he'll get to second is on a 1, and that is a 4. He decides to hold it first. Watson this time does get the single, as was just out of Reggie Smith's reach. And pretty much on a roll of 6, that means nobody would have gotten that ball. As Watson just put it where they ain't, so we got a man on first. Here's Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 1. Infield a double play depth, obviously. Anything with the bases, that is a 2. Watson does have a steal chance, but with a stolen base rating of 10, I'll let Cruz bat because Cruz has a 303 average. Sutton gets set and ready to pitch. And that's a 1-2. Against the lefty, that's going to be an automatic out. And it's going to be a fly out the left. And that's the second out. So Sutton dealing so far. Next batter will be Johnson. Johnson got a base hit his first time up, but got picked off at second base by Sutton. Johnson is 1 for 1. Checking the strat, 13 says a negative. Sutton will go ahead and deal. Hall of Famer, 3-1. Strikeout 4 easily gets Johnson, and the inning is over. Strikeout number 3 for Sutton. No runs and a hit for the Astros. No score after 4. I made a rhyme. For those of you who do play Inside Pitch, the 1966, 1983, and 2000 seasons are now available, as well as the new game parts by Chris Davis and Inside Pitch. If you have not, if one of those seasons happens to be one you'd like to play, please get it. I already have all 3 coming. I should get them before the end of the week. And yes, those 3 seasons will be placed into the selection show, obviously, before the World Series. So who knows? We may have to play one of those seasons, depending on what you guys decide for the next season to play. But we still have this postseason to get through. Top of the 5th inning, leading off for the boys in blue will be Say. The Penguin is 1 for 1. Got a base hit his first time up. Richard will go ahead and will pitch. 3-3 against a righty, a strikeout plus 10. That 5 will get Say easily. Struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Richard. He's doing the job. 1 man down. Bill Russell will be up next, and he's 0 for 1. Richard going ahead and dealing. 4-6. That's at the park. Astrodome will state 3-1, and that's a fly out the left. 2 down. Next up will be Dusty Baker. Baker is 1 for 1, has a single. Richard will go ahead and make the pitch. 1-4, that's a range play. Baker swings the bat. 2-1, ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Metzger. Metzger's range is a 4. No, that's going to get right by him, pretty much at least a couple of feet away from him. Baker has his second hit of the game. Baker did not play, or actually did not start the game against the Pirates. He is now 2 for 2. Here's Steve Yeager. Yeager was 0 for 3 in the game against the Pirates. He grounded a double play tonight, so he is 0 for 4 tonight. Baker on it first, 2 outs. Infield will be normal. Let's see if anything happening on the bases, and Baker says nope. Go ahead and swing the bat, Yeager. After that crazy ball game last night between the Reds and the Mets, I have no idea what my Mets are going to, how Destiny's going to treat the Mets. That game last night was one of the craziest Mets game I've seen in a while. Richard will pitch to Yeager. 3-6. That's a range play at the park. Astrodome says 5-1, and that is a ball hit to left field. That is a 20. It is too high, so it's a fly ball to left. But it's a range play, and the ball is hit to Cruz. Cruz's range is a 5. He's got it on the run, but he's got it with a 5, and the side will be retired on a fly out to left. Cruz was there. No runs and a hit for the Dodgers. So far, the defenses are doing their job. Who's going to break through first in this pitcher's duel? As we go to the bottom of inning number 5. Don Sutton pitching like the Hall of Famer he is. J.R. Richard pitching like the Hall of Famer he probably would have been if it wasn't for the stroke. I have no doubt J.R. Richard was on his way to the Hall of Fame. Bottom of the 5th inning, who leads off? That would be this guy. And leading off for the Astros will be Rob Andrews. Andrews is 0 for 1. Sutton coming up and ready to pitch. And that's a 5-6. Against a righty, that's a blank. Andrews swings 2-4. That's a ground out to short. That'll be taken care of by Russell, and that's the first out. Here's Metzger. Metzger is 1 for 1, has a single. Sutton goes ahead and deals, and that's a 4-6. Strikeout 20, no chance. Metzger, 5-4, base hit into center field, a single. That'll get picked up by Baker. He'll toss it in, and Metzger has his second hit of the night. One out. The batter will be J.R. Richard. Now, Richard did bat 140. Did bat 140 as a hitter. And let's see what happens to see if I don't know. Usually when pitchers do, I do an automatic bunt. But Richard, however, has a 140 average. But I think you do bunt with Richard. But let's first see what happens here. That is a 9, nothing happening. And I'm going to call the bunt. I know he can hit, but I think you want to have a bunt and have Greg Gross try to move Mets, bring him in. Because if you ground out to a double play or a strikeout, it didn't help you. So Richard's going to go ahead and bunt the ball. Sutton gets the pitch. 6-6. That is a home run chance. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. I'm going to bunt with Richard, and he actually rolled the home run chance. I probably may have just taken a home run away from Richard. My bad, but I called the bunt. So it's not a home run. That is ignored. So Richard will bunt the ball. And and the corners, by the way, are in for that play. And that is bunted to the pitcher. That is a 10. Richard's bunt rating is a 2. And that will be a successful sacrifice bunt as he gets it to Sutton. Sutton's only play is to first. Metzger moves to second, but I may have just taken a home run chance away from Richard. I would not think that would have happened. But that's what it is. It's a sacrifice hit back to the pitcher, and Metzger moves to second. Sorry, Steeler fan. 2 outs, infield is back, but now you give Greg Gross a chance, and he's a good contact hitter, 286 average. Gross is 1 for 2. And no, I was thinking about rolling with D20 to see what it would have, but I don't do that anymore. Metzger will on second base. Let's see if anything happening on the bases. That is a 7. The answer is no. Sutton will go ahead and pitch. 4-6. That's a strikeout. The 16 is no good. Gross swings the bat. 4-4. And that's a fly ball to left field. And that will be put away by Buckner, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit, and maybe a possible home run taken off the board, but sometimes I still think you make the right choice. Who knows if that was. At the end of 5, we still got no score. as two awesome pitchers are dueling it out here at the Astrodome. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Dodgers will be Don Sutton. He will bat. Sutton is 0 for 1. Richard comes ahead and makes the deal. 6-2, strikeout, 15. Got him, but barely, but he does get him. A 16 minus 1 is a 15. He got him, struck him out. And that will be strikeout number 5 for Richard as he gets it done. Here's Davey Lopes. Lopes is 0 for 2. Dodgers and Astros, game 1 of this NLWCS. Richard will pitch for 5. That's a blank. Lopes will swing the bat. For 4. That's a ball hit to right field. That is a 4, and against a right-hander, Lopes belts a single to right. Lopes gets a single. That's his first hit of the game, and he will trot down to first. Lopes, a definite stealing threat. He had 63 stolen bases. Here's Bill Buckner. He's up next. He's 0 for 2, infield double play depth. And Lopes will definitely go if he gets a steal chance. And that's 13. No, he avoids it. However, a hit and run is available, and we're going to call the hit and run because he has an 11 plus 1 is 12. Buckner against the righties a 3. Minus 1 is a 2, so you add 4 for the hit and run rate. So the hit and run is going to be on. So let's see if they're going to call a hit and run, and let's see if they can get a run going on here. Richard will pitch. 5-2. That's an error on a grounder. Buckner swings the bat. 1-4, and that's going to be a fly ball to right field. That hit and run will not work as he belts it to right. 2 away. Two outs now for Reggie Smith. Smith is 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. This time, Lopes does have the steal attempt, and I'm going to set him. 17 plus 2 is 19. The catcher is Johnson. He has a plus 2. So the only way Lopes is out at second is on a 20. He's safe easily. Lopes will steal. Stolen base for Davey Lopes. Now he does get a chance to steal third if he rolls a 5 or lower. Actually, a 6 or lower. Nope. Lopes will stay at second. Stolen base, a runner in scoring position. It is up to Reggie Smith to bring him in. Smith is 0 for 1. Richard will go ahead and make the pitch. 1-1, strikeout 7, got him! Richard struck him out! And that is strikeout number 6 for Richard, and takes another chance for the Dodgers off the board. No runs and a hit, still no score. Who's going to break through first? I remember it was the Pirates. It was Willie Stargell hit a home run, and then the Dodgers came right back and took that game away from them. What will happen tonight here at the Astrodome for game 1 of this series? Enos Cabell leads off for the Astros. He is 0 for 2. Sutton looking on. He will make the pitch. And that's a 1-6 against a righty. That's a blank. Cabell swings the bat, 2-5, and that's going to be a ground out to second. One man down. Next up will be Cesar Cedeno. Cedeno is 0 for 2. Sutton with the pitch, 6-5. That's an error on a grounder. Cedeno will swing 2-1, and that's a ball hit to right field. That is an 18 against a righty. That is way too high for Cedeno, and that's just going to be a fly out to right. And that is the second out. Now a chance for Watson. Watson is 1 for 2. Singled his first time up. Last time up, I should say. Sutton will go ahead and make the pitch. 3-2. That's a walk plus 10. That 7 will walk Watson easily, and Watson reaches base again. That is a walk, and that is the first walk issued by Sutton. He had 76 of them in 76, as a matter of fact. Now it's up to Jose Cruz. Can he keep the inning alive for the Astros? He is 0 for 2. Nothing happening on the bases. Watson ready to go. Sutton looking on to pitch. And that is a 4-5. That is a pitcher's result. Cruz a lefty. A 1-12 is an automatic out. The 11 got him. And that's going to be a ground out to short. And that will end the inning as the throw goes to second to get Watson. Nothing across for the Astros. Still no score after 6. Is this the game I expected? Yes, very much so between these two pitchers. See you later there, BTS. Catch the replay. I'm sure you're excited to see how this game will go. Top of the 7th inning, Steve Garvey batting for the Dodgers. The fans here at the Astrodome hoping for something, but so far, you got a pitcher's duel here. Garvey is 0 for 2. Richard will go ahead and make the pitch. Zalapsky Smurf joins us here at the Astrodome. Richard with the pitch. 4-1. That's a walk. That 9 will walk him. And Garvey goes to first on a walk. That's ball 4, and that is the second walk issued by Richard. He did have 147 of them, so his control was not always that great. And now the Dodgers have the leadoff runner on first, and the batter will be Ron Cey. Cey is 1 for 2, has a single. Infield, a double play depth. Garvey is a threat to steal. That is a 14, but not on that roll. Richard will now deal with Cey. Here comes the pitch. And that's a 6-2. Strikeout 17. No, that's too high. The Penguin swings the bat. 4-5. That's a ball hit. That's a ball hit to left field. That's a 16 against the righty. It is just too high. And that's just going to be a fly ball. That's just going to be a fly out to left. Oh, wow. Cey missed a home run by 2 feet. Fly out to left as Cruz makes it down near the wall. And that's out number 1. Oh, Cey knows he had one there. He knows he had a home run. He just got under it just a tad. Richard wipes his brow. That wouldn't have been Richard's fault. That's just pure power. Sometimes the batter beats you. Here's Bill Russell. Russell is 0 for 2. Infield still at double play depth. That 20. Richard goes ahead. He fires to second. First, and no. Garvey gets back on the 8. Now Richard will go ahead and pitch to Russell. That's a 3-1. Strikeout 17 is no good. Russell will swing the bat. 3-3. That's a fly out to center. Put away by Cedeno. That's out number 2. 2 outs. And now here's Dusty Baker. Baker is 2 for 2, has 2 singles. Strategy roll says a 10, and Garvey staying put. Richard will now concentrate on Baker. Garvey trying to see if he can move over here. He needs a little help from Dusty. Richard will pitch. 3-2, strikeout 12, no. The Lizard will swing the bat. 1-5, base hit right past the second baseman. That'll be a single for Baker. Garvey's base running rating is a 4 with 2 outs, and he will easily make third, and he'll hold. Dusty Baker gets a single to keep the inning alive, and he's now 3 for 3. Looks like choosing Baker to deal with Richard turned out to be a good decision. But runners at the corners, and there are 2 outs. It is up to Steve Yeager. Yeager is 0 for 2. Richard looking on. I will roll the strat. And that is a 16, nothing happening. Richard has got to put this over the plate. He's got to put this over the plate. Richard will make the pitch. 6-1. Hit by pitch. 11. Yes, he hit him. He hit Yeager. Yeager's a 13. -2 from Richard is 11. And he plunked him. And if you're the Dodgers, that's probably not what you wanted to see. Because now the batter is Sutton. So the question now is for the Dodgers, you got bases loaded. Sutton is pitching an absolute gem. Do you now bat for Sutton to maybe get a base hit? The Dodger bench is not too bad. I wonder what Lasorda would do in this situation. Bases loaded. Sutton pitching a gem, but it is the top of the 7th inning. Sutton can face 34 batters, and he's only faced 20. He's only faced 23. But this is the playoffs, and I think you have to go to your bullpen. The Dodger bullpen is, but after Charlie Huff, the bullpen is meh. But I'm going to go ahead and take my chance with it and take Sutton out. The Dodgers are going to try to get the runs. So coming on to pinch hit for the Dodgers will be Lee Lacy. Lacy, 269 average, 3 homers, 34 RBIs. Lacy in the game against Pittsburgh, he was 0 for 3. So bases are loaded. No, 1976 he hits. I was thinking about that, but you know what? You're in the 7th inning. You gotta get some runs here the way this is going. Any run is a premium. 1-0 could win this game. So here's Lee Lacy. He will bat against Richard. 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. I will roll the strategy roll. The 8 says no play. Richard will go ahead and pitch to Lacy. Here it comes. 2-6. That's a blank. Lacy does get to swing the bat. It is a 6-6, and he chops it right back to Richard. He grounds it right back to the mound. Richard's got it, throws to first, and that strategy didn't work so well. Side retired. Stadium cheers. Yay! Section 1933 cheers. Yay! No runs, a hit batter. Maybe have been the best chance for the Dodgers to get something. But we go to the bottom. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. Tomorrow night will be Game 2 of the American League Wild Card Series. The Boston Red Sox are facing elimination. They play the Cleveland Indians in Game 2. It'll be Rick Wise going for the Red Sox, Dennis Eckersley going for Cleveland tomorrow night in the game in the American League Wild Card Series. Game 2 of this National League Wild Card Series will be Thursday night. And going for the Dodgers, Going for the Dodgers will be their number 4 starter, and that will be Tommy John. John will pitch for the Dodgers. Pitching for the Astros in that game will be Dan Larson. So it'll be Tommy John versus Dan Larson on the Thursday game for the National League Wild Card Series Game 2. But tomorrow night, it's the ALWCS, Red Sox and Indians. Red Sox must win or they are out, and the Indians will take a trip to the Bronx. Clinton Parks joins us here at the Astrodome. If anybody wants to know about baseball in any way, shape, or fashion from 1876 to 2021, you ask that guy, Clinton Parks. Pretty much a walking encyclopedia of baseball. He knows everybody from Hank Aaron to Carl Yastrzemski and everybody in between. That is your man. You want to know something about baseball? That man knows. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Leading off for the Astros will be Cliff Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 2. Dodgers do need a pitcher. Obviously, they got 2 righties and a switch coming up. So let's see who the Dodgers want to bring up to pitch. 7th inning. And although I'm gonna go with pitchers that are pretty much the best pitchers they can go with, they're gonna go with a lefty. I don't like the right-handed choice. Coming on to pitch for the Dodgers will be Stan Wall. 2 wins, 2 losses, a save, a 3.60 ERA. Stan Wall will be the second Dodger pitcher as we start the bottom of the 7th inning. Cliff Johnson, 1 for 2. No score, Astros and Dodgers. Pretty much, only about 5. No, actually about 6 or 7 relievers, I think, for the playoffs. However, my rule is starting pitchers can come in to pitch and can pitch the next game, but a starting pitcher cannot pitch, okay, if he has no relief appearances unless all other relievers have been used. Wall will pitch to Johnson, and that is a 6-6. That's at the park. Astrodome states 5-3. That's a fly out to left. And that is the first out. Next batter will be Rob Andrews. Andrews is 0 for 2. They have more than 4 relievers. Wall will go ahead and pitch to Andrews. That's a 2-6 against a righty. That's blank. Andrews will swing the bat. 2-2. Base hit right past the shortstop. A single for Andrews. He goes to first. He will hold there. And the batter will be Metzger. Metzger having a good night tonight. He is 2 for 2. Infield is at double play depth. Strategy roll says no play happening. Wall will go ahead and prepare to make the pitch to Metzger. Wall with the pitch. 1-1. That's a walk. That 8 will walk him. Yes, he walks Metzger. And now the Astros are in business. Metzger reaches base for the 3rd time tonight. Now the batter is J.R. Richard. The last time I had him up there, he might have hit a homer. But now with runners at first and second and 1 out, I'm going to let Richard swing away. A bunt here doesn't help. I think you now have him swing away. Richard, however, he has 31 batters, and he can pitch to 4 more before he's tired. I wonder if I pinch hit for Richard now. Wow, let's see. Do I have Richard bat? Steeler fan, what do you think? Should Richard bat or should I pinch hit for him? It's your team. What do you think? Should Richard bat here, bunt, or bring up? I'll tell you right now, the pinch hitter is going to be Ed Herman because he is the number 1 batter on the bench. How do I determine playoff rosters? A little complicated, but I'm actually able to put them together. I have to use Action PC Baseball in order to do it. And then I take the players with the most at bats. How many batters are left for Richard? He's got 4 more. 4 more batters before he gets tired. Your runners at first and second and 1 out. What do you think, Steeler fan? I'll make you this is really your team. What do you think? Does he hit, bunt, or pinch hit? Ed Herman will be the pinch hitter. I can tell you that. I can't change that. Ed Herman has the most at bats on the bench. Pinch hit. So that will be it for Richard as Steeler fan. I asked him for a little management decision. So Richard still has a chance to get the win here. So that means the pinch hitter will be Ed Herman. 199 average, 5 homers, 33 RBIs. But Herman actually does well against lefties, and that's actually a good call, and maybe a good call. Ed Herman is actually my starting catcher against left-handed pitcher. He is the platoon member for the Astros, as I usually platoon 1 or 2 batters, depending on how close the at-bats are. So here's Ed Herman. He'll go against Wall. Runners at first and second and field a double play depth. Let's see what happens. Nothing happening on the strategy. That is a 5. Andrew staying put. Wall will go ahead and make the pitch. 4-1. Home run chance. Herman a lefty. A 1-2. He just missed it. It's a 3. Oh, wow. We just missed a chance. Herman does get to swing, though. 2-5, and that's just going to be a fly out to center. Fly ball to center field. Andrews has a base running rating of 3. Fly out to center, -2 is a 1. Center fielder Baker is a 0. And I'm going to roll to see. Andrews only will make third on a 1. And on a 2, he stays put. So 2 outs. And he will stay there. Herman just got under it. Just missed it. Now 2 outs. The batter is Gross. Gross is 1 for 3. Oh, I extended at bats. Oh. Runners at first and second. Gross will now bat, and he is 1 for 3. Wall will go ahead and make the pitch. We'll first check the strat. Nothing happening there. Wall with the deal. 2-1. That's a walk. That 14 barely misses. That's too high. He has a 9. Plus 4 is 13. That's 14. Gross gets the swing. 2-2, and he grounds it to short. And the throw is going to go to second to get Metzger. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and a walk. Still no score after 7. Great pitching matchup so far tonight between these two. All magnified in the playoffs. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Davey Lopes leads off for the Dodgers. Let's see who the Astros want to bring on to pitch. Their pitching, their bullpen is not too bad. They got right-left switch. And I'm going to probably go with a lefty here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Probably a lefty here for the Astros. Who's a lefty? Yeah, it's going to be him. No, maybe not. You know what? I'm going to go with the better pitcher. Coming on to pitch for the Astros will be Gene Pence. 3 wins, 3 losses, 5 saves, a 2.97 ERA. He will get the call. So both Don Sutton and J.R. Richard pitch marvelous games. They won't get a decision. So we go to the top. I was thinking about Sambito, but Pence has the better ERA. Pence will go ahead and pitch to Lopes. And that's a 5-5. Range play at the park. Astrodome says 5-1. That's a ball hit to left field. That is a 12. And that is too high, so it's a fly ball to left. However, it is a range play, and Greg Gross still has to make the catch. He has a range of 4. No, he can't get it. And that is going to be a double for Davy Lopes. Lopes just hits it a little bit over Gross's reach. It's over his head. It'll bounce off the wall. Lopes is at second with a double. Leadoff double for Lopes. And Lopes holds at second. So now the Dodgers got something going on, and the batter will be Bill Buckner. Buckner is 0 for 3. Lopes on at second. Anything happening on the strat? The 12 says no. Lopes will stay where he's at. Pence will deal with Buckner. Buckner ready to deal against Pence. Fans here at the Astrodome are holding their breath. Pence, 6-4. That's an error on a grounder. Buckner, 2-1. That's a ball hit to center field. That is a 20 against a righty. That's going to be too high, and that's just going to be a fly out to center. Lopes' base running rating is a 3. Fly out to center, -2 makes it a 1. Cesar Cedeno has a -1 arm, so it's a 0. Lopes cannot go to third. He will stay put, out number 1. Buckner probably hit it to the worst one, to a position that really could have still brought Lopes over to third. Next batter will be Reggie Smith. Smith is 0 for 2, but he has a walk. Strategy roll says a 10, nothing happening there. Lopes on at second. Pence now trying to get out of this inning here, top of the 8th. Pence with the pitch. 2-3, strikeout, 8, got him, struck him out. He gets Pence. He gets Smith, out number 2. And now a chance for Garvey. Garvey is 0 for 2. He walked his last time up. Lopes on at second. Pence now will deal with Garvey. That 17 means nothing happening. And no, Garvey's not bunting. He'll stay put. He'll hit away. Pence will pitch to Garvey. 2 outs, top of the 8th. Pence with the pitch. 3-4. That is a pitcher result. Garvey a righty. A 1-4 is a single up the middle. That's a 2. Garvey hits it right back past Pence, and that will go into the outfield for a single. Lopes coming around third, base running rating of 3. He will score, and the Dodgers are first, finally on the board. It's 1-0. RBI single by Garvey. Stadium groans. Section 1933 groans a little bit. Garvey comes away for the big RBI single. 1-0 Dodgers. And the batter now is the Penguin. Ron Say is 1 for 3. And there are 2 outs still in the top of the 8th. Checking to see, am I still rolling a strat? Yes, I am. And that is a 20. Pence has no pickoff chance, so he will deal with Say. Pence on, ready to go. Garvey at first. 1-0 Dodgers. Pence with the pitch. 5-1. Strikeout. 16. No. The Penguin will swing the bat. 5-3. And that's a fly ball to right field. Gross will make the catch. And the inning is over. 1 run on 2 hits. And the Dodgers finally get on the board. It's 1-0, but still lots of baseball left. Bottom of the 8th inning. Can the Astros go ahead and get the run back? Here at RJL 518 Network, anything can happen here on my games. As Clinton Parks, I ask you to check some of the games I've played. You won't believe how crazy some of them gotten. Enos Cabell leads off for the Astros, and we're going to see a new pitcher. A Stan Wall is coming out. And the Dodgers are going to go ahead and bring him out early, and it's going to be Charlie Huff. Huff is going to come out, and we may see am I going to do a double switch here because the pitcher is due to bat fourth. Let's see. They may ask him to get 6 outs. Question is, who do you want to replace? Timeout on the field while I think about this for a second. Russell's the only shortstop. I can't replace him. I don't think I want to take him out. I could take out Baker, but Baker's hitting well, though. But is it center field? Yeah. Let's see. Charlie Huff is going to come in and replace You know what? I'm going to call that back. This is the playoffs. I'm going to take a chance. I'm not going to bring Huff in. Dodgers will make a different decision here. And they're going to see if he can get the job done. Although I don't like his ERA, but he had a lot of appearances. We're going to try. Elias Sosa will come on and pitch for the Dodgers. Elias Sosa, 6 wins, 8 losses, 4 saves, a 4.43 ERA. And they're going to go with Elias Sosa here against Cabell, Cedeno, and Watson. Bottom of the 8th inning, 1-0. Sosa will come on and pitch against Cabell. Going to take a chance. The last time I had Sosa out there, he did a pretty good job for the Dodgers in the last game. Sosa will pitch it. 2-6. That's a range play at the park. Astrodome says 6-3. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. That is hit to Dusty Baker. Baker's range is a 2. No, he can't get it. And that is going to be a single for Cabell. Base hit. Baker just couldn't get the beat on it, and he'll have to drop in front of him. Cabell gets a leadoff single. So the Astros now get the tying run aboard early, and their first batter up, and here is Cedeno. Cedeno is 0 for 3. Infield a double play depth. Still rolling a strategy. That is an 18. Nothing happening. Cedeno will go ahead and make the pitch. Sosa will pitch to Cedeno. And that's a 5-3. Strikeout 2. Got him! Struck him out. That's a big K. He gets Cedeno on a strikeout. Out number 1. 1 man out. And now here's Bob Watson. Watson is 1 for 2. Has a single and a walk. Cabell, definitely a stealing threat. That 19 says no. So Sosa will go ahead and deal with Watson. 1 out. Double play depth. Sosa will go ahead and pitch. 2-4. Against a righty, that's a blank. Watson swings the bat. 1-2. Fly ball to left field. Buckner makes the catch. Out number 2. Sosa gets it done there with those 2 batters. And now it is up to Jose Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 3. Sosa looking on. I'll tell you exactly how I do it there, guys. This is how I do it. And it's a 26-man roster is what I do. 13 pitchers and 13 batters. Even though I know it was 25 back then, but this is my league. Sosa will go ahead and pitch to Cruz. We'll first see if Cabell doing anything. That is an 11 no. Sosa being asked to try to get Cruz out now. 2 outs. Pitch from Sosa. 6-5. That's a range play. Cruz will go ahead and swing. 2-6. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Russell. Russell's range is a 3. Yes, he's got it. Russell makes the play, throws to second to get Cabell, and Sosa does the job. Inning over, no runs, one hit. Sosa gets it done in the playoffs. Still 1-0 Dodgers. I'll tell you exactly how I do it, guys. 26-man roster, utilizing Action PC Baseball. At the end of the season, in Action PC Baseball, it tells you what players we're on, okay? It tells you what players were available on the teams during that time. Action PC Baseball has one of the best transactional records. It's better than Out of the Park. Because Action PC is better for replays than Out of the Park is. With that done, I take the 13 batters with the most at bats, and then the 13 pitchers with the most innings pitched. Okay, for instance, and of course, if they were not on the roster at the end of the year, all right, they are of course not in there. For instance, Fergie Jenkins is not available for the Red Sox. He's out. He was hurt at the end of 76, so he's not available. So I take now. Unfortunately, most of these teams here in 76 didn't have all those pitchers. So if I have like 10 pitchers or 11 pitchers, I have batters make up the difference. So I think for the Red Sox, I think I got 11 pitchers and 14 and 15 batters. So, but they were, as long as they were on the roster on that last game of the season, I can use them. And of course, if they were traded or anything, if they're available, I can use them. That's how I'd set up a 26-man roster for each playoff team. The lineups, however, I get help from Baseball Reference. I use Baseball Reference to help me put the players in the most put together the best optimal lineup against righty and lefty pitching. That's how I do it. Well, I'll disagree with you there, Mr. Parks. I have used Digital Diamond, and I hate to say this, I do not like that engine at all. We go to the top of the ninth, 1-0 Dodgers, although you are right, though. They have a very good transaction, but I prefer Action PC Baseball. It's easier to use. We go to the top of the ninth inning. The Astros, let's see, Bill Russell leads off for the Dodgers here in the top of the ninth. And I think the Astros are going to go ahead and bring out their closer. And they're going to go ahead and bring out May the Force Be With You. So coming on to pitch for the Astros will be Ken Forsch. 4 wins, 3 losses, 19 saves, a 2.15 ERA. Forsch will go ahead and make the pitching for the Astros here. His job is simple. Keep it a 1-0 game for some ninth inning magic. Russell leads off for the Dodgers, and he is 0 for 3. Forsch will go ahead and make the pitch. And that's a 1-6 against a righty. Strikeout 15, no. Russell swings the bat. 1-3, and he grounds it to second base. Taken care of there by Andrews, and that's out number 1. Next up will be Dusty Baker. Baker is having a great night tonight. He's 3 for 3. He has 3 singles. Force will go ahead and make the pitch to Baker. Force will go ahead and make it. Here comes the pitch. 3-4. That's a walk. 5. Yes, he does walk Baker. Oh, that's a big walk. That puts a big insurance run on first. So Dusty Baker has a 1,000 on base percentage tonight. He's reached base safely all 4 times. And he did not play the first game of the series, first game of the playoffs, as Lee Lacy did it against the Pirates. Next batter will be Steve Yeager. Let's see. Yeager is 0 for 2. He did get hit. Question is, do I want to pinch hit for Yeager and maybe go with a different catcher here? But you got the pitcher due up. And, of course, we know Sosa's not going to bat. Let me see. Who's the backup? Yeah, might as well. Yeager's going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for the Dodgers will be Ted Sizemore, and he will take over at catcher. So here's Ted Sizemore, 241 average, 18 RBIs. He will bat against Force here. Infield a double play depth, top of the ninth inning. Baker on it first. Nothing on the strategy roll. Baker on there. Force ready to go ahead and make the pitch to Sizemore. Pitch on the way. 4-1. That's a blank. Sizemore swings. 5-2. Line drive right to short. That's out number 2. And do they get the double play at first? The only way they get him is on a 1. No. Baker gets back. That's out number 2. Sizemore lines out to short. And Metzger had no play at first, so we held on to it, and Baker gets back. And that will be out number 2. Sizemore will now take over at catcher. Not as good a catcher as Yeager, but a little bit better hitting. Pinch hitter coming up for Sosa. And coming up to bat for the Dodgers will be Jim Little. Little was purchased from the was actually traded from the Montreal Expos earlier in the year. So Jim Little gets a chance here against Force. So 2 outs, now runners back to normal. Anything on the strat? That is a 4. Baker staying put. Force looking on to Little. Here comes the pitch. And that's a 3-5. And that's a wild pitch. That 20, though, is too high. Ball 1. Force threw it up there, but Johnson makes the stab to get it going for the backstop. And he says, calm down here. Calm down. Calm down. So now Force will pitch to Little again. Force ready to deal. Here it comes. And that's a 5-4. That's a hit pitch. That's a hit by pitch. Little is a 0, but Force is a +3. That is a 3. He hit Jim Little, and I know he didn't intend to do that. And that is the second hit batter on the Dodgers, as Yeager was hit by a pitch early in the game. And that is the second hit batter. If there's a third, I'll institute a warning. So now runners at first and second, and that gives Davey Lopes a chance. So now they're going to go talk to Force real quick. And now Lopes, definitely a chance to get a hit. Lopes is 2 for 4 tonight, a single and a double. Big bat here for the Dodgers to get them some insurance runs. There are 2 outs. Will the Force be with Ken? Checking the strategy. 11, nothing happening. Force will now go ahead and make the pitch. That's a 2-4. That's at the park. Astrodome says 4-5, and that's a fly ball to right field. And that is going to be put away by Gross, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a walk, a hit batter, but the Dodgers are going to have to do this with only a 1-0 lead. Will we see some ninth inning magic? As I know Steeler fan will be hoping for that right now. Now coming on to pitch for the Dodgers will be Charlie Huff. 12 wins, 8 losses, 18 saves, a 2.21 ERA. Charlie Huff has been in some very interesting games, and I'll be honest, he has not done so well as a closer for the Dodgers. But now Charlie Huff being asked to get 3 big outs in the bottom of the 9th inning so the Dodgers can take a 1-0 lead. Leading off for the Astros is supposed to be Cliff Johnson, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm probably going to pinch hit for him as well if I have another Well, actually, you know what? I can. He's got a bat because he's the only catcher I have left, and Ed Herman, he's got a bat. So here's Cliff Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 3, though. He has a single to start the bottom of the ninth. Charlie Huff trying to give the Dodgers a win here and a 1-0 lead in the series. Huff will go ahead and pitch. 6-1. That's an automatic out. That's a way to start for him. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. And coming under that will be Baker. That's the first out. And now the batter is Andrews. Andrews is 1 for 3, has a single. Question is, do I want to pinch hit for him? Andrews is at second base. And I think the answer is yes. I am going to pinch hit for him. So Andrews is going to come back. And coming on to pinch hit for the Astros will be Jerry DeVannen. 290 hitter, 1 home run, 20 RBIs. DeVannen will also take over at second base. So they're going to go with a better hitting chance. So here's Jerry DeVannen against Huff. I can pretty much use anybody from the bench if necessary in the ninth inning. So DeVannen will go ahead and make the pitch. Will actually make the bat. 1-0 Dodgers, 1 out. Huff with the pitch. 4-4 against the righty. That's a blank. DeVannen will swing 2-3 against a right-hander. Fly ball left field. And up there that will be Buckner. Makes the catch, out number 2. So DeVannen takes over at second base if necessary, but now there are 2 outs. Roger Metzger is the next batter. And he's going to have to hit. Actually, no, he's not. Metzger's going to come out of the game. Instead, I'm going to move DeVannen over to shortstop. And coming on to pinch hit will be Leon Roberts. Got to do what I got to do here. So Leon Roberts will go up against Charlie Huff. Even though Metzger was 2 for 2. But you got to go with the 289 average. So Charlie Huff will now pitch to Roberts. 2 men out. Bottom of the ninth inning, 1-0 Dodgers. Can the Dodgers get a win here in the Astrodome and force the Astros in an elimination game? If they don't win that, we're going to have a new champion for 1976 on RJL 518. Huff gets set and ready to pitch. It's a 2-6. It's an automatic out. That's going to do it. It's going to be a fly ball to left field. Buckner gets under it. Gets up 2 steps to his right. Puts out his glove. Block, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Dodgers on the road take a 1-0 win over the Houston Astros and will now lead the series 1-0. Stadium groans and section 1933. What a pitcher's matchup between these two. A 1-0 win for the Dodgers. Really could have went either way between the Dodgers and the Astros. The Astros will be facing elimination on Thursday. However, tomorrow night, the Red Sox face elimination. You don't want to miss that game tomorrow night. Should be fun. Let's take a look at the final line score coming up. For the Dodgers, 1 run on 7 hits and no errors. For the Astros, no runs on 7 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher is Stan Wall. He actually gets the win. Wall gets the win. He'll go to 1-0, and the loss will go to Gene Pence, and he'll drop to 0-1. And Huff does get does get the save, and that's his second. Charlie Huff has his second save of the playoffs at this time. So a win for the Dodgers. They take a 1-0 series lead over the Astros. And for game number 2 of that series, it'll be Tommy John against Dan Larson for Thursday night. Tomorrow night, it will be game 2 of the American League Wild Card Series at Cleveland Municipal Stadium, a.k.a. the Mistake by the Lake. And on tomorrow night, it'll be Rick Wise for the Boston Red Sox, and they will go up against Dennis Eckersley of the Cleveland Indians. If the Indians win, they take a trip to the Bronx to play the Yankees in their division series. If the Red Sox win, game 3 will be Friday. BBBB, Clinton Park, Steeler fan, Al Red Sox fan, Bob B, My Basement Media Productions. Zalapsky Smurf, G Puck, Bob's Tabletop Sports, Astros Reefer, Brian Patterson, Philip Reynolds. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night for more postseason action. The Dodgers get a win here on the road. They beat the Astros 1-0 and take a 1-0 series lead. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.